All right, we are at IRP with the Silver Crowns this week. There are 15 cars and 100 laps. It should be able to go 100 green, but short tracks always provide a chance of a wreck, especially when it's a high line track and you can slide into someone or just have it snap on you. So we'll see. I don't see too many bad names, so we should be able to get a clean race. Now, will I be able to actually get this thing to turn on the qualifying set? That is the question. Loosen it up a bit, which is going to make the exit a little bit harder.
417. Car 1, just set the fastest lap. 20.21.
Let's try to get it around the corner without it snapping. It's just a little bit too tight on exit. We just need to wait a little longer on throttle. But P1 at the moment. I assume everyone's on Q trim now, but you never know. Haven't really done anything too crazy to it. Not like I normally do after last week or whenever it was when I was just completely out of control because I went too far on it. I think with the short track, I can just kind of hope that my short track skills will come into play more. But for the Q set, I did pump the tires up, drop the fuel, and then balance it. So we will see how it goes. Lap traffic though can get dicey depending on their knowledge of how to get out of the way. You can pass them low, but if they fight and stay on the outside on exit, then it makes it a little bit harder, so you gotta watch out for that. Let's see if I can back up that .1.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Decent exit. You can usually stay a little bit lower in 3 and 4. It's a 149. Since we got a 149, we can try to go a little lower here and cut off some time and see if it hooks up or not. If it doesn't, we stay even. 159 on the second lap. Derek and Josh are probably the two that have the best chance of getting us. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and save that. And then pull up this. Make sure that we got the right fuel in it. And Josh beats us. He goes a 146. Sean back there with a 224. Got Chad in here. Don't see him in Silver Crowns very often. Shane is missing. That's disappointing. But hopefully he was just busy and isn't just vanishing for a bit after his mistake. And then Bryce back in 9th. Scott much further back than he normally is in qualifying. We got 3 people. 2 people that haven't done anything. 1 person that hasn't done anything. They are currently not on track. But we're not getting the... It's kind of weird that we're not getting the activity thing. There we go. That's strange. But we're moving on now. Congrats to Josh on getting the pole. Hopefully he's slow in race. Jesus, my dad, P5. That is way ahead of normal. Alright, so race setup, obviously 27 gallons of fuel, much heavier.
The estimated strength of field is 2,820.
Cars up a little bit higher, just because.
Keep it clean. The DNF today was
Keep it off the ground with all the extra fuel. And we just got to be smart. We're on the high side, so we should be able to slot into 3rd. But I also gotta just
waiting on the final car to grid.
Not get too anxious on throttle. But we're starting out weight jacker at 0, and we've got adjustability both ways.
This race, so let's be smart out there. Everyone's gridded.
So no tires. You can come in and get fuel if you completely screw that up. We're pretty close on fuel. But midway into this thing, you can kind of relax, back it down a little bit. And times will get a little bit slower later on as the tires start to go away. But not very much wind. Track temp's 87. Thankfully it's not a night race. One of the things iRacing is absolutely terrible at is night lighting. Hopefully the new graphics engine they're working on works on that. But
1 lap to green.
100 laps. Not even going to worry too much if Derek gets past us.
Get ready, going green.
But we will attempt to hold on to second. But he was going there when he dipped to the left.
Green, green, green. Pit road's open.
Cut in way too much there. I don't like entering very, very high.
Clear inside.
Alright. Now just be smart. Don't overdrive. Keep the thing balanced. Save a bit of fuel. And don't hit the wall. That is the big thing. Yeah, we're kind of right on the edge on fuel.
One, just after the fastest lap. 20.348.
looking at Josh's exits, though, he might go loose. I'm letting it stay tight right now. Looks like we're just a tiny bit quicker. That is good news, because I'm not pushing it 100%. But if I push it harder, I'll probably go slower. So maybe this is my 100% speed. We both had bad exits there. I don't know if he got really tight and snapped, or if he was just getting loose, but it's almost bad by both of us at the same time. That was way tight, did not turn off the corner like I needed. Loosen it up here a bit. You know what? It's getting really tight on the exit of 4. That's not good. Could just be getting on it too early. Take a look. We're okay on fuel. One caution will put us in range. Green, white, checkered, though, will be bad. So, gotta watch out for that. I think actually we may be tight enough to start going low. Or I may just go down there and spin out. Derek's backed off a little bit. This is more frantic pace than I thought we were going to be running at. Which means we are probably going to get to the back of the pack much sooner. Already got Robert on the relative. Oh, we got someone who is spun. Scott is on pit road. I don't know if he spun or if he just entered the pits, but Derek looks to be quickest out of all of us. Josh has started running lower now. Kind of want to get around him.
Outside. Clear high.
And thankfully, I can go much lower, although I really screwed up and got on the apron there and kind of de-wedged it and got too tight. Oh, he just got in the wall. Him and Derek might have had some prediction code into each other.
You are the leader.
At least get a lap led. think I'm going to be any quicker out front, but you never know. Just try to focus on hitting my marks and not worry about the blue car. And Sean has caught our group as well. Us four have really checked out. And Robert's actually the only one that we're gaining on. I mean, we're gaining on everyone, but he's the only one that we're half a lap on. But Derek is back on our tank. Starting to get tight on entry. A little skatey on exit. Might need to back up my entry speed. But changing up how I've been entering when he's running right in our tire tracks is a little risky.
Car outside. Clear up top.
It's definitely getting really tight on entry. I think that's why we're able to run a little bit lower, and I think Derek's not able to get down there quite as low because he's getting loose.
Outside. Clear outside if you want it.
But he is so much quicker.
Car outside. Clear high. Car inside. Still inside. Clear.
Alright. Held off that challenge. Only 50 more attempts coming. Worst part is he's much quicker right at exit, right as he's jumping to our outside. But if I hold it down low,
clear high, outside,
then
go low.
That gives him an advantage.
Still there, hold your line.
Try to drive it in deep.
Clear high.
Didn't work. Nope, he's gone now.
Outside. The next car's the leader. Still there. Clear outside if you want it.
Alright, well, loosen it up a bit more. Hopefully it comes back to us. Otherwise, we are heading backwards. Josh is already coming back at us. Gotta stay high here.
Inside. Still there. Clear inside.
Yeah, around the top, it gets tight and then it snaps, and that's why I'm struggling up there. Whereas if I go down to the banking change, it helps me turn it, and then I don't have to put too much wheel in it. Need to save a bit of fuel. We're still too close So 7 seconds to Dylan, and then 9 seconds to the 9 car for lap traffic. Don't know where I need to run, but Josh has all of a sudden gotten quicker than us again, so he just got loose there. Just got massive tight.
Inside.
Just back off, fall into third. Hit that transition and it just shoved the nose rather than turning it. Didn't get cross down on it. Alright, well, I guess we are going backwards. And it's a 4th place finish. I'm at -6 already. That's not good. But we'll back things down. Try to calm the tires. Save some fuel. And if we get a caution, I hope that I can do something. But right now, not able to continue on the pace I was doing. And there's really no need to. We got 7 seconds back to 5th place. But this will allow us to save a bit of fuel, which we needed to do. I was probably going to be fine. I just wanted to see if I could hold the lead, and I couldn't. So now I just got to hope that these two somehow get going in the wrong direction on handling. But yeah, we didn't hit anything. There's nothing there. We just lost the handling on it. Pushed it over the limits, and it just is slow now. But lap traffic, cautions, you never know what can happen. Plus that wall off the corner. It can grab you if you lose a little bit of focus, so. Let's go, last lap. I don't think we're going to be setting personal bests. Let's see if we can just kind of find the line that works best for us at the moment. Kind of cut down working. I think we're just too tight. But Josh is catching back up to Derek. So they could get to battling. Eat up some tires that were body work. And once you get a little body work damage on these, it tends to lose a bit of pace.
Inside, clear.
Thank you to Dylan. 2.2 to the lead. They're going to be catching a lot of traffic now. 12th place. To about 9th place. So there's a lot of cars. My dad's fallen back to 10th from 5th. We're still pulling away from 5th place. That's 9 seconds back. So but it's pretty easy for lap traffic to get out of the way here. Just got to slow down a little bit more as you head to the bottom. Can catch people out. John's probably just riding, doing the same thing I am, because he was catching us pretty quick.
Inside.
And then kind of backed it down. 2.8 to the lead now, so they're just checking out. Balance feels fine now. Also not helping this lap car know where I want to go when I'm running solo.
Car inside. Stay high, clear inside.
We're just in the 20.7s, staying in there. .58 lap run so far. That's the best thing about this car is usually you can get some good short track green flag racing. Thompson was a whole different challenge. That track is just not easy, especially in a twitchy car. Yeah, it was bad. Pushed up really bad right at the end and was on throttle, and then it snapped. So it looks like Chad right behind my dad. They're both about to get lapped. That was at 8 with our mistakes. But again, really pushing it at the moment isn't going to do me any good. It's just, we're either going to get 3rd, 4th, or a yellow's going to come out, and we might have a shot if I've saved a bit. Fuel, though, is done well. We're now well into the good. Enough to be able to handle a green-white checkered. But yeah, 20.7s. It's just where we're stuck at. And those guys are doing 6s. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm taking every random ass line I can at this track, but just kind of going wherever the car wants to go. Trying not to fight the wheel too much. We are about a lap, 2.5 laps to the good, maybe 3 laps to the good on fuel. But that's going this pace. You probably burn a little bit more if I drive it in deeper, get on the gas a little earlier, but I don't think the tires can even handle that. Alright, I'm gonna loosen it up here. See if it gets us a bit more. We've saved. I just need to find that extra 10th. We can find that extra 10th. Then I just need a yellow. Oh, I don't have it. Unless it's up here on the top. It's just not worth it to push it. Yeah. Don't need to do that. We got to our 6, but doesn't do you any good to run a 6 and then run a 9 after that, because you got loose off the corner and had to back it down. Chad leaving us through on the outside. Thank you.
Inside.
There's my dad.
Keep high. Clear.
Chad gets to his outside. And completes the pass. So,
Inside.
us lapping him.
Still inside.
Oh,
Caution,
and we
yellow
get
flag.
the yellow.
They want you in single
Alright,
file.
well,
Closed. Pit road is closed.
that's
Catch
going to
up
change
to
things.
car.
Looks like Dylan
Pit road's
is on
open.
pit road. I don't know if lap traffic holds position or not. Yeah, I guess we just got to cool the tires down. The good news is we're kind of in that range of when my tires peaked on speed.
Car 5. Got the lucky dog. Let them past on the outside.
Bryce gets the lucky dog. That puts 8 cars on the lead lap. So, now we gotta try. Can't just write it out here. We go back to -2 on the weight jacker, just in case. Probably be restarting then with 21, 22 to go. No, 21 to go. Should get 2 to go this time. Good starting run there, though. We got to lead a lap, but after that, straight backwards. And if we do, for some reason, have speed, both of these guys are going to be so difficult to do anything with. Plus, we got Sean back there who could have just been riding and saving and maybe attacking us here, so it's gonna get interesting. Everyone's gonna be going 100% now.
One to go, next time by.
Alrighty, so 21 to go. Third place right now. Should be able to get fourth place without trying.
About to go green.
Want to hold on to third though, and then
The
we'll
pace car is in.
see what type of chance we have on these guys.
Green, green, green.
Gotta protect. Wheel it out, see what we got. Balance-wise, it hasn't really changed too much. Need to go loosen it up. A whole bunch of clicks here. Sean hit the wall, or just got loose. That's a good way to have it just turn right and eat the wall. It's okay doing it off of 4, does not like it off of 2. We're into the 5s. Derek had a bit of a bobble there. Just front end shoving so bad. Go a few more clicks. Just take this as far as I can. Let it roll through the center. Big bump there. Gosh, hit the wall. We barely got around him. I cut that way too close.
The yellow flag is out.
And a caution.
In single file. Pit road is closed.
Alright, I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. We're gonna go -5 to start this one out. Looks like my dad was in that.
Pit road's open.
He's headed to the pits. Clearly conspiracy. He knew to wreck right when I took over second. No. I kind of needed that to go green for a bit because Derek was in his slow period.
Car 7, got the lucky dog. Let them pass on the outside.
Chad is getting the lucky dog.
Letter 7, car by.
Interesting. So, what happened to the 2 car? Because he was next up to get the lucky dog. I wonder if he had a moment, my dad got into him, or... I mean, he's in 10th, but when they were moving to the back, he was in 9th, so... Alright, so we got to get to that middle line. We got to use it to help us turn. Got to get a decent start. Bryce gets helped out here now that he gets to start right behind all the other lead lap cars. 14 cars having a good run in 7th. John's having another good run in 5th. I just got to get a good start, run that middle line, and don't wreck Derek. Gonna be restarting with 8 to go.
Pit road is closed right now. 10 to go. This time by.
I nearly destroyed
Letter 10.
Josh.
You had
That
the
would
position
have
when the
been
yellow
bad.
flag came out.
Don't know how. He must have just been coming out of the pits. Had to wait for someone that was running low, cooling their tires maybe. But yeah, I nearly ran into Josh when he got into the wall. We barely skirted around him.
1 to go. Next time by.
Okay. Get a good start. Find that middle line rhythm instantly. We're at -5 on the weight jacker. I may just start that a little higher. We'll go -6.
Get ready.
Alright.
Green.
Don't blink at the wrong time.
The pace car is off. Be ready.
Way late.
Green, green, green. You're back in second.
He had a bad exit. Another poor exit out of him. Gosh, got loose. Shit. Can't have those. Calm it down on exit. Let it open up a bit.
You got 5 laps to go.
Impossible. Yeah, we're too tight now. Overdriving. I'm gonna throw all the weight jacker at it. Try to roll it through the center. No shove there. Bottomed out the front end. Couldn't turn it after that.
Two left to go. Two to go. Outside. Clear up top. White flag. Stay smooth.
Had to try it. Since our setup is only a short run set, apparently. P2 though, I'll take it. We're fast for 15 laps, but that's all we got in it.
There's the flag. It's over. Great job. You did really
We at least
well.
gave him a bit of a scare, but it's so hard to get a pass set up here and get it done. And then I was bottoming out really hard sometimes, right in the middle on entry into one. Let's take a look at the tires. 89.91. Let's go look at the wrecks. So Scott was out early. He got a little loose off the corner, and then I think that just checked him up right in front of the two, and the two didn't check up and got into him. Blinks. Dylan gets the right hook on the straightaway, where you just get too much weight on the left rear and it just goes straight to the right into the wall. And then he just gets flat ran over by the lap car that wrecked him last week. He's not going to be happy. 14 into the wall there. And then right rear hook there. And that is it. So let's take a look at results. 49 iRating gained. We're at a 499 and got 0 incidents, as did most of the field. But yeah, unfortunate on a few of those wrecks. Definitely all could have been avoided. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That got intense there at the end. Thanks for watching.